He eats fried food all day, never goes to a gym, head to toe ripped.
Well, he's probably like hikes like 20 miles a day.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. I've known Ray
Damn it.
forever, and I think he was just so ripped in high school that his body's just like clung to it. It's like, this is all we got.
Must be nice.
It doesn't know another identity.
Mhm.
It's like, we're not sure how to get.
I've tried to get rid of
The
this
same thing happened to me,
but I
just on
can't.
the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's just like, you will be a blob for life. We are comfortable here.
It's a good shape.
Nice.
We're sticking to it.
Yeah. Round.
There we go.
What are we talking about tonight?
I don't know.
Season.
End of season.
Seraphine. I don't think we've talked about her enough on the podcast. Anyone?
Like, I actually haven't been following, so I don't.
I can't top what Ponderous has done.
Yeah, Blake and Ponderous did like a 2-hour episode on Seraphine.
Oh my god!
Did they do it on Seraphine, or did they do it on the culture
social
of
media.
Seraphine? Like,
Zoomers.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a podcast. It's the difference between doing a podcast about heroin and doing a podcast about junkies. Like, they're kind of the same, but they did a 2-hour podcast about junkies, not
That's true.
the champ.
That's true.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I had an idea that I was going to float by about merit-based LP distribution or subtraction.
Because they're going to that a little bit, right?
Are they?
I think they're like, I mean, if there's an AFK reliever on your team, they're going to like do LP.
I want them to take that
production.
further.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But we'll talk about it on the podcast.
All right, I'll just start us up then.
Yeah, I don't have much else. There was something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember what it was.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the League of Legends Anonymous podcast. I'm your host, Zill, for the evening. Let's just call me Zill, so I don't know what my name is.
A man of many names.
Man of many names. Tonight I have Jensos and Doublesmith with me tonight.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm just checking the stream chat.
Yeah, that's probably
It's
good.
Operational.
Excellent.
It's not being used, but it
I
sure
had
is
a good day.
operational.
I took like one of the longest poops, like in length, I've ever taken. It was like a fucking, it was like a Talia ult. Like it just kept going down the map.
Did it like wrap around the bowl?
No, it was just, it was like one straight line.
Did it go straight in the hole?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
I think it went up in there too. It had to I was just like, holy shit. It was
literally.
It was incredible. Like it was. I didn't take a picture of it. I did text my spouse about it. I was like, "Baby, I just took like an 18-incher." He was like, "Me too." So, got a really good meatloaf recipe. Cleaned you right out. It was good on the way in, better on the way out.
Perfect.
How are y'all doing?
It's kind of high quality content. I'm listening to Lola.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I'm real tired.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pretending I have energy right now, and this is like me pretending I have energy.
You're doing good.
Yeah,
I believe you. Yeah.
We're teaching kids in person and online right now at the same time.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I ask every day.
No.
Yeah, it's real tiring.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm also kind of pumped. We're doing the school stuff. We're starting the esports team. We're about to get another grant, which is awesome, and buy some super nice desks.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
We need to manipulate this program.
I'm not gonna manipulate the program for our profit.
Fuck, man.
Doublesmith keeps trying to extort money.
How many grants have you gotten, bud? How many grants?
Just one so far, man. But
for
it's
how
been
much
a big
cash? How much money?
25K.
That's what the fuck. We could have started a company
that
sells computer equipment, marked up the shit, sold it to ourselves, deducted it so that our tax liability is even better, and then just raked in the cash.
It's true.
It's called racketeering.
On another note, it's not
you
illegal.
Can't make a song out of 76 keyboards and mice.
If you don't get caught, baby.
I'm super pumped because I did get our budget of like 50K down, spent every dollar down to the last $10. So I'm like kind of proud of that.
Nice.
Double Sniff's fuming right now. There's
I mean,
that much
like,
money
dude,
left on the table.
how do you not embezzle that money?
I mean, Double Sniff, like, I get paid. Do you know how much I get paid as a public school teacher? I don't
like $10.
No, I don't need to get any extra money, man.
Give yourself a tip.
This is money from the federal government. This is money from the federal fucking government, right?
No, state government.
Okay, never mind.
Don't fuck with that money.
Federal grant money on general principle.
Feds actually get paid a little bit more than me, I think. People that work, my dad worked for the federal government. He makes more money now than in retirement than me and my wife do combined. So
nice.
Yeah, not nice.
Well, I mean,
nice for him.
So his ID a lot, probably.
Probably. Yeah. I think so.
How's coffee life?
Coffee life. I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. My company got bought. We're merging. It's wild. But
nice.
Doing really well, so that's great.
You know what you guys should do?
What's that?
This is what you should do. There might be an opening. I don't think he's going to be busy next year.
Starbucks.
But, like, you should have a competition about who runs the business best. And you can get this guy to come in and every week, like, he's like, you're fired. I don't know who you could get to host this. Hopefully, the person that I'm thinking of won't have anything better to do except for...
You know, he's already had enough airtime on NBC lately.
I think. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Wouldn't that be great? In a twist, we brought in Donald Trump to like force Zill to jump through all these. Like, at what point? Like, I think.
That's who you were talking about.
I'm done. Yes.
I didn't catch it. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You are tired.
I was trying to think of somebody. No, I did. I was
trying to think of somebody who hosted The Apprentice.
It was this person.
But I can't think of them.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was like LeBron
He's talking
James.
about Dancing with the Stars.
How's the league going, boys? End of season.
I quit.
You quit?
No.
Why'd you quit? Tell us about it.
I am done with ranked.
You're done?
I'm done.
You achieved your
there's
goals?
Like, what, 2 weeks left?
No. I never achieved my goal of being the best. I won't stop till I'm the best. The best 40-year-old fucking player. Dude, that is some shit I'm actually waiting for. Like age-verified seniors leagues. Finally. That's
At 40? Is that a senior now?
8 Yumis and like... There's just one Yumi running around with 4 other Yumis on top of it.
Don't make fun of Blake.
That's
all I can do now.
Now I got the Plat 2. And I was at 0 LP. I got promoted Plat 2, lost 2 games in a row, and I was like, I'm done. And then I accidentally played a ranked solo duo game. I thought it was a flex, so I was playing Senna ADC, and we just shit stomped them. And like literally during the game, I'm like, what a fucking silver noob. Like this guy, like the Rakan just walks into me, and I'm Senna, and I just fucking blast his ass into the fountain. And I'm like, man, these silver players are fucking trash. Like,
True.
Getting owned by me as ADC, it's fucking pathetic. It's embarrassing. And then, like, I see the thing at the end. I'm like, 17 LP. Wait, what? This was a ranked game? Holy shit. Because my support was baller. She was insane. I was like, this is the best support I've ever seen.
Wait.
And then I lost a game today because 3 lanes went 1 and 15.
Wow.
Nice. Combined or individually?
No, combined. I mean,
okay.
But still,
I mean, that's still awful.
That's still incredible.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah. I'm sitting comfortably at my end of season rewards at gold 40 LP. I assumed last season that since I got to gold 1 last season that I could do better, because I mean, who would think that like playing the same game over and over again that you would get worse? But so I started my climb and got to gold 4 super easy. Got to gold 3 a couple times. Never made it out of gold 3, and then swapped roles to mid with ADC secondary, because if I put mid support secondary, I'll just be a support main still.
This is true. That's how that works.
Yeah, and my like win rate on Ahri specifically, like only Ahri is above 50%, so I'm kind of pumped.
Ahri's good right now, man.
What's that?
She's great.
Yeah, she's really strong, and I'm just really good too. So no, that's
yes.
Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, I also get off-rolled to ADC a lot. My win rate on ADC is not as great. And
so you need a better secondary.
I do. But if I mean, it's support. But if I play support, then I'm just a support.
If you switch to jungling, never get autofilled.
If I switch to jungling, I'll be bronze.
Nobody wants to play this shit fucking role.
I also realized I'm just not good at League anymore, or ever. I was never really good at League, which is why I'm on a podcast talking about how to get better at it.
You're here because of TFT. Like we need
honestly,
TFT.
I'm a warm body that like makes a snide remark every once in a while that might be funny or it might probably not, but occasionally I hit the mark. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
speaking of, I'm not sure why I'm here either. No, this has been a terrible fucking season, dude.
It's the season's fault.
I mean, it is a shared view that this season has been the worst ranked season in a very long time, and I would confirm that. As far as end of season goes, for me, I've just been like playing with friends, and when that sucks, I don't play. I don't know. I got to gold 2, like 50 LP, and like I think I might be able to eke it out at the end, but we'll see. I've been at least playing enough ranked games to stay. I don't know, like at the level I'm at. I don't know. I just played Brand with the new buffs. He seems pretty OP, so I don't know. We'll give it a fucking shot. Last game I had 720 LP. Or 720 AP with Brand.
Wow.
It's like, God,
Challenger 720 LP.
Pardon my slip-ups,
I lost 4,000 LP for one loss, and now I'm back to gold 2.
Yeah. And his damage is fucking nuts. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. It's one thing for Ponderous Sea Lion to be saying how shitty the game is, but like everyone is saying how shitty it is. Like then you've got a problem.
Yeah,
like,
I'm really just excited for the new season. I like preseason to be better. Yeah,
the community in general. I think this community, not like Lola, but like the league community is. I think you'd be more hard pressed to find a more concentrated collection of people that actually hate the company that makes the game. Like I don't know. When's the last time you heard anybody say anything good about fucking Riot that didn't have the word Riot before their name and a paycheck that had the Riot logo with their name?
Right.
I haven't heard anybody say that.
No. Yeah. I mean, I think it started with Boy's video. Like he just said with everything everyone was thinking, and then I don't know, it just kind of snowballed from there. I do think there's a lot of unfair criticism of Riot too. I mean, like, and Reddit in particular is kind of like the hub for that, right? But like, and even Facebook comments and stuff, like people complaining about like skins and shit, like or I don't know, just kind of like irritates me. But there's a lot of really valid criticisms right now, and they just adjusted some of those, I guess, recently with the matchmaking this recent patch, but too little, too late. So
what I'm really hoping
that they've adjusted it.
Do you not believe them?
Dude, I don't believe any. I mean, I don't believe any corporation. Like, why would I believe a corporation? Like they're not here to like actually like. What's more effective, fixing a problem or convincing people the problem's fixed? Like, if you actually fix the problem and people don't notice, then you haven't actually solved their problem, which is PR. Like, this is a public relations problem. So there's two ways to solve it. You can fix the problem and then say you fixed it, or just pump your money into convincing people that you've actually done something, since it's 2 weeks away from the end of the season.
But no one trusts Riot anyway when it comes to, like, skin releases or anything. So, like, why even make the effort if the PR is not going to work?
And I don't understand the post. Like, why are you doing this? Like, ranked is over in 12 days. It's like, we're finally implementing it. So you'll see. Like, just roll it. Like, if it was a legitimate thing, just roll it out with preseason. And just say, hey, this season we're trying some stuff. And then at least, because, I mean, maybe they didn't do that because it actually opens them up to criticism. Like, everything with preseason.
I didn't hear what they're doing. What are you guys talking about with this?
Talking about Smurf Q, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Didn't they roll that out like 2 patches ago?
They've been implementing it slowly and slowly.
Oh, okay.
Now,
gotcha.
I have seen a difference because I bought an account, and like they did bot games to, you know, they got it up to 30 and got a bot account on it, and like the win rate's insane on it, and like every game I play with it is just Smurf Central. Like I've been playing on that account like everybody's an unranked Smurf in every game, and it just absolutely sucks. So they fixed that problem to the extent that it's a problem. Like
sure.
if you're buying an account, that now sucks. Which I like to have I like to have 3 or 4 throwaway accounts.
Why is that double?
Just like, if I die, I want to be able to pass something on to my
That's
nieces.
Fair. Legacy is important to you.
Instead of money, I'm just going to give them gently used league accounts
with platinum MMR
with 3 skin refunds. It's like, hey, actually no, 2. I used one of them to get some
the first skin you bought on the account.
Yeah, no, I refunded all the skins. I didn't need skins. I need champs.
That's
the problem. They don't have all the champs. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's very fair.
So I'm skeptical. I've been skeptical about it. I think there's a better way to solve a lot of these problems. And the thought occurred to me today, which I'm just going to segue into it if that's okay with you, Zil.
That's great with me. That was the whole point.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just gonna operate under the assumption for the sake of argument that you win and lose 20 LP every game, right? I mean, it's about that anyway. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on where you are. But so you've got 100 LP for the winning team to disperse, and you've got 100 LP to take away from the losing team to disperse. And I think I would much rather see that, they're talking about doing these things where they're detecting soft inting and having in-game metrics and all these things, and they've got these ways to tell how a person performed in the game, right? That's part of what went into Smurf Cube.
Sure.
Is we're now detecting people that are playing at a better skill level through other metrics other than smashing the Nexus.
Correct.
Well, I would like to see them use that to actually look, if I am 14-1 and I get inted by some motherfucker, I shouldn't lose more LP than them. They should lose 35 and I should lose 10. And if I shit the bed, I should lose more LP than that. I mean, that's essentially what they do in TFT, right?
Yeah. I mean what you're describing
but
is
it's a lot easier to measure in TFT.
It is true.
It's the only thing. So, I 100% agree with you. And they even implemented it further this year in TFT, where 5th place is guaranteed to lose at least 10, 4th place is guaranteed to gain at least 10. And so there's a 20 LP difference between losing and winning. Mm-hmm. And so, they're really emphasizing. So I get your point, because they're really emphasizing the difference between 1st to 4th is a win and 5th to 8th is a loss.
Right.
And so, kind of putting that over to League, I'd assume you'd say that you'd almost have an OPGG rating that's not 100% based on how many control words you buy, that goes into how much LP you lose or how much LP you gain. Is that kind of the idea?
I mean, it shouldn't be hard to figure out. There should be enough statistics in a 20-minute game to figure out who fucked up and who didn't. Who tried hard and who didn't. We can do that. You could look at some random op.gg review of a game and be like, "Yup, he fucked." You know what I mean? And I mean, sometimes the KDA didn't and I don't think it's just KDA. I think that's a very telling metric. But damage to champs, all this other stuff, especially inting and soft griefing.
Yeah.
If we're developing metrics to track this stuff and then try to chat restrict people for doing it, fuck that. They should lose more LP, and the people that they affect negatively should lose less. Now, the rub to this, I think, is a game becomes bad or something, and then somebody takes a dive, jumps on the grenade, right? But I think that the pros outweigh the cons on that. You know what I mean? I think that you should be able to code different points of that to be okay, this game's not going very well. But that happens anyway as it is, because if somebody gives up a first blood or goes 3-0, there's the mental is gone. It's there's no way we can win. You know what I mean? But that's the only downside. And I think Riot's way too
they're scared of that downside backfiring.
They're too scared of that downside of people manipulating these types of things that we're talking about. But at the same time, like AFKs, you know what I mean? It's well, somebody could just AFK and jump on a grenade if you're in a duo queue. And I think, well, that's simple. You just don't. If people are duoing and somebody does this stuff, then their partner gets fucked too.
Right. Yeah.
It's not difficult to
down with the ship.
That. But they're so worried about that end of the coin that they've completely become oblivious to this sea of other problems that these types of fixes would solve. And it's time to figure something out or try something different, in my opinion, because the game just isn't that fun.
I 100% agree, and I think that like it would be hard to identify it because they already have a hard time identifying like soft inting and like actual inting that they're not banning people for it. And maybe that's because of COVID, maybe they had to lay people off or whatever. What I'm really hoping is, and this might be like a complete pipe dream, but Wild Rift is coming out pretty soon, and I'm really hoping that Riot kind of takes like actual league solo duo balance into account with that. In I guess here's my thinking: a Wild Rift is going to attract a more casual player base. It's going to be shorter games. It's on your phone. It's a lot more accessible, and so solo duo therefore kind of like gets people taken away from it that were already kind of mitigating towards flex queue or migrating towards flex queue. Now hopefully more people will be migrating towards Wild Rift, and Riot will kind of see that as like their casual, but still like.
I mean, I guess option. I think I'm technically a casual player now based on how often I play. I'm never gonna play.
I mean, I would say you're also like you're also probably not, considering like, you know, I don't know, like you play normals a good amount, you play like, you know, you actually care about your rank and all that, and you're probably not gonna like play Wild Rift while you're booping instead of playing League. You might play like you might do both.
Today, you know, fuck.
2 games of Wild Rift.
It's over.
But what I'm really hoping is that Wild Rift kind of like they start balancing League more competitively and more towards higher rankings, then just like, you know, kind of balancing it like they have. It feels like everything they've been doing has been trying to incentivize a new player base to come in, and it doesn't really seem like there is a new player base. Like I don't think League is really growing, at least in North America. Am I wrong on that?
You mind if I step in?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so I disagree with you in a certain sense. Like Wild Rift has nothing to do with North America. Like it is not designed for North America or even remote. Like North Americans, we have nice PCs, like in our homes. Right, like that, like
big American PC.
Like we have a big American PC, a processor so big. Like, and I think that's one of the like somebody was complaining about this. It's like, how come your account saves all your settings instead of your computer? It's like because the majority of people that play this game don't actually own a computer. Like they go to PC Bang. You know, they go to computer cafes in Korea. That's part of the culture over there. I'm assuming. Like, I mean, that's what I believe. I'm sure people own their own computers. I don't know, but
I mean, it seemed like that is the case. Like from my like 7 days I spent in Korea, I saw like 8,000 PC bangs. So.
Exactly. Like, So I don't think Wild Rift is made for North America. I think there are people that'll be playing it, right? But I think in the developing world and Asia, Southeast Asia, and other places where they're really trying to like hone in on that dollar, you're much more likely to have a very nice phone that can play the game as opposed to a computer. You know what I mean?
Like how you showed your phone as a very
nice. With also a better network, probably too.
This is walnut.
I got it. Oh,
Look at this.
Look at that. We got the same kind of case.
No, we don't.
I mean, mine's broken up top, but
pleb.
Yeah, I got a magnet on the back of mine, so I can stick in my water heater.
This is mined by third world children. 8 people died. Holy
Check that
shit.
Out. Magnetized.
On the wall?
On the water heater. That's my water heater.
Water heater?
That's my unpainted wall.
Oh my god.
Show everyone my basement.
But anyway, so I just like, yes, I think if I don't think Wild Rift's made for us.
That's fair.
So I don't think it's going to solve that problem here in our situation. And to be fair, I only think America matters. Like I literally, that's why I don't watch Worlds. Like, you know, it's part of the global conspiracy to defeat America. Obviously, like it's why it's always.
I'm glad to hear you support that America first.
Why is it
always in China? They've never had the Worlds in America ever.
That's true.
It's a fact.
I agree. No one can.
And how come America's best player is supposed to be Chinese? Peter. Fool anybody. It's a fucking plant.
Can't anglicize your name and fool us.
Retiring from the socialist mecca of Denmark. Please. They were plants. This whole game.
I mean, you don't even believe patch notes, so why would you believe anything else? You know,
Rothschilds.
I'm really not sure. Like,
listen to me.
What you said is true, and what you said like is like. Do you actually not watch Worlds?
Riot, Rito, Rothschild, Rothschild. It's there. I'm seeing a dead relative, a grandfather.
I have a dead great grandfather.
Randy, Sam, Peter, Tom, Terry.
My dead grandpa's name is actually Tom.
Tom, see, that's right, and he died, and you were very upset about it. Like he died, your dad was upset, your family was upset about it.
No one was really upset about it. Actually,
I'm fencing a funeral. You got together and celebrated his life.
I don't think anyone went, unfortunately.
The connection's fading. It's fading. I can't see it anymore.
The spirit realm is muddled.
The next part of the audience, you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, but going back to Wild Rift, because I want to like double down on my point, because I know it's not real, right? And I know it's not right. You've proved it wrong, but I want to double down still.
You proved it wrong, but I want to double down.
Yeah.
Where have I heard this before?
But I'm gonna ask a question. Actually, I'm not doubling down.
No,
do you think that like the Chinese market, that I don't know if there is a casual like league player base in China?
Nothing's casual in China.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because if you're playing money to play League, like in a PC bongman, you're not like, I don't know if they have that over there or whatever, but like, you know, I'm assuming it's not as casual as it's here. But do you think it'll affect balance at all? Because balance is worldwide. They don't have different patches for like NA and, you know, China and whatever. Do you think Wild Rift's going to affect like balance for just like general League?
No, I mean, if you're asking me, I want to give Zill an opportunity to talk. I don't want to just steamroll him, but
I mean, this is your all's argument. I'm just here for the fun. Go for it.
Here's the issue with China, specifically as a market. It's that if you take everybody on the planet, a third of them are Chinese. So it doesn't matter. Like, there's probably a casual population of League players that's more than, like, all of America. Like, not even, I'm just saying Americans. Like, they have just people. So, I mean, like, I don't know.
They do. It's true.
Markets over there. They just have fucking people, man. They got a lot of them. I've kind of forgotten my point. How to make that joke.
There's just a lot of people in China.
But no, I think theoretically, Wild Rift seems like a product that needs to, by necessity, be its own place, its own world, right? Like, you might take team leaders off of Riot and like direct them in certain developmental phases, but I think if you're going to implement a product like that on a phone that needs to be different, I think they're going to bring in more, like, let's think, are you going to hire Dota coders, or are you going to hire like Clash of Clans coders? You're going to hire Clash of Clans coders, right? I would think, because like the mobile market and how you develop that stuff is just different.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like Wild Rift is going to be balanced the same as League.
Sure.
Like, they should be two different entities in the same way like TFT and League are.
Will it be better? Games. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is, like, do you think it's going to draw enough casual player base to it and away from solo duo queue that Riot will be able to balance solo duo queue more competitively?
No. I mean, the problem with Riot balancing solo duo queue isn't Wild Rift or casual players. In fact, it's the opposite. The reason that solo duo queue sucks for us is because they are trying to make two things. They're trying to make a good product for us that we can use, right? And we can play. And then they're trying to make a product that they can broadcast, right?
Right.
And they're trying to make these two pizzas feed this, like, you know, like, here, think of it in terms of pizza. You've got a pizza that needs to feed 500 starving people, right? What are you making? What are you putting on the pizza?
Cheese pizza.
Fucking cheese.
Yep, that's it.
Cheese.
Just cheese and sauce and bread.
You're not putting like ground beef on there?
No.
Or you've got a pizza that you're trying to get 3 Michelin stars and become like the most famous chef. You're putting like gold leaf on that shit. You're putting like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of difference.
Rare mushrooms.
You've got this goal where they're trying to do too much, and like, all of the big shift in this game started when they were like, we want to take away more solo carry ability and turn it into more of a team game. And they did that because it was affecting pro play and how pro play got viewed. What What I'd really like to see is them to just take a split and like make pro play its own fucking thing and make solo duo queue its own thing. Like,
can you do that without ruining pro play though?
I don't care. I'm not a pro.
I wouldn't like watching pro play as much. Like if pros weren't playing, it's already like frustrating enough that they don't play in the same batch, like they're behind on batches, and that's like a reason that I don't watch as much pro play as I should, or not should, but like would like to. If they're playing on a different like not just like the previous batch that I already played on, but like a different batch completely, I feel like I just wouldn't watch pro.
I love it. The fact that they're a patch behind has never bothered me. I enjoy watching the product, but it seems dumb to me to like if like your middle schoolers, right? Your middle school also has a basketball team, I'm assuming.
Sure,
they do.
Is it an NBA regulation hoop and an NBA regulation court?
Yeah, we play on that in Colorado. No, it's not.
Jesus Christ, the air is already thin. What the fuck are you guys doing? How come there's no famous people from Colorado that play basketball?
The Nuggets, the whole Nuggets team is all from Colorado. They were all born and raised in Denver.
Nugs, man. God, that was good branding.
Why
would you play the same game of professionals play and like we're middle schoolers?
Why can't they? Okay, so like why can't the pros eat just cheese pizza though, to go with the analogy? Why?
No, I mean,
why can't we deal with that?
Get all fat.
Here's the thing, why can't the pros eat cheese pizza? I don't know. I think it's fine. Like,
I think it's fine too. I think it's fine to go that route.
Yeah, people will watch the shit just to see the outplays anyway. Like,
you're gonna have those with cheese pizza with pros.
Exactly.
Like, it's gonna be fine.
You can make a really damn good cheese pizza.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, if it's a pizza eating contest, it doesn't matter if it has gold leaf or not. Like, cheese works just fine. I'll get grossed out regardless.
Speaking of pizza, by the way, I did try the Domino's like cheeseburger pizza, the like specialty one, and it wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
it was like it has this ketchup
flavor.
If you had it, Double, you know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I used to work at a fancy pizza place, and like we used
to
put meat on the pizza.
This isn't like the hamburger pizza. This is like their cheeseburger. Like it has like 4 types of cheese, like a ketchup mustard sauce.
No, that's an abomination. I've had to make it.
It was actually not bad.
Okay, good for you.
I don't like cheeseburger pizza. I don't like hamburger on pizza. I think it's dumb.
I don't think hamburger pizza is good.
I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's not my first choice of topping, but it's not a deal breaker.
If you're gonna go with the meat, there's so many better options. Hamburger's like
Agreed.
the run of the fucking mill.
Yeah, but maybe you don't have those options. Maybe you're Hindu and you have to eat cow.
You don't have pepperoni?
Wait,
like, what?
Maybe you're Hindu and you have to eat cow.
You're required to eat cows. There's
sure.
no rule about it. It's very
Double Stiff spent 4 years in the Hindu.
I'd rather have just mushrooms than hamburger any day.
I
agree.
I'm not saying it's the best topping. I'm saying it's not a deal breaker.
I'm saying
I wouldn't
the
reject
cheeseburger pizza from
Sure, in the same way, just cheese is not a deal breaker.
Oh no, just cheese is fine.
Agreed.
Yeah. Especially if you have some Parmesan on there, like some little bit.
That's why they send you little packets in almost every pizza that you ever order.
Oh God.
I'm married. I have Parmesan cheese.
What?
I was gonna make fun of you, but I never had Parmesan on my pizza before I was married.
Instead of birdseed, they just throw Parmesan at Gentos at his wedding.
You wanna know what steps it up, baby?
It's better for the environment.
Put a little Monterey Jack on that motherfucker. Nobody uses the Monterey Jack on the pizza. Dude, layer of Monterey Jack, Parmesan turns.
I think Edam is a highly underrated cheese for pizza. Whoops. And we're back.
Kept the stuff. There he is.
And I just clicked myself out of there. All right, record 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pizza.
Cheese Broken Podcast.
Pizza Broken Podcast.
The podcast is lactose intolerant.
Apparently. Sorry, boys. I clicked a button. I got passionate about pizza.
I thought you just got kicked out because your Edam was too. Is that what you called it?
Edam? Edam cheese. Yeah, it has. It's fairly mild. It's very similar to mozzarella. It just has a really great texture.
Okay.
And it's stringy.
I feel like I know a little bit about cheese, but I've never heard of Edam.
You can find it easily at any grocery store. Yeah. Just like go look at it and feel it and go, do I want this on my pizza? And then yes is the answer.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law got me this like feta cheese. Like he went to Italy and he bought this little tiny can of olive oil and like this feta cheese seasoning. And I'm supposed to like buy a block of feta, which I've never seen a block of feta anywhere.
You've never seen a block of feta?
No, I've never looked for it, to be fair. I thought it just came crumbled. Like I thought it was like made and like they scooped it out like a curd. But Double Sniff is shaking his head like in disappointment right now. But I'm supposed to like season this feta, and I can't find blocked feta anywhere. Where do I get it? I don't know.
It should be aged in a fucking oak barrel.
Just like my beers I drink.
Aged feta.
Oh, really? Actually?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust you.
A little bit of dairy Greek yogurt and some chili paste, like the.
What kind of chili paste are we talking about?
The standard, the gaoju or whatever it's called. I don't know. You know, it comes in a big jar.
Sriracha?
No, not sriracha.
Okay.
Take Greek yogurt, feta cheese, a little bit of olive oil, some like of that. Mix it all.
Chili?
Yeah, it's a dip. And roasted red peppers.
Okay.
You're talking about like sweet chili? Like Thai chili?
Hot.
Okay.
Spicy feta dip.
Okay.
Google that shit.
Good.
Oh, it's insane. That's a good
Googling
dip.
it right now.
Good dip. Spicy feta dip. If you can't find the right one, actually, I know you won't find the right one. So send me whatever link you find, and I'll steer you in the right direction.
Found some with jalapenos.
No, wrong.
Okay.
Wrong. It should be pink. If it's not, it doesn't have the red chili paste in it.
Okay, I found some spicy red pepper and feta dip.
There you go. That's better.
It's HTIPTI.
No, whatever. That's fine. Yeah,
looks
it's
like looks like pimento.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I found this. Okay. You roast the red peppers.
You can buy roasted red peppers, so that's fine.
You can.
It's tangy like Southern pimento cheese. It says it's like Southern.
Charred roasted red peppers are perfectly acceptable.
When you're right, you're right. Gosh.
100%. Especially if you don't have a gas top, because you can't fucking peel that shit.
That's true.
And I don't. All right, so where were we? League sucks.
Wild Rift is not changing balance.
No, I don't think I think Wild Rift is going to be its own developmental thing. Number one, and number two, like Wild Rift, are there going to be pros? Are we going to? Is this?
I think so. I think they'll. I don't know. Actually, they had a hard enough time getting the TFT pro scene off the ground. It's like a joke, and I think that's going to be a lot more serious than.
Are there professional Angry Birds players?
Actually, I don't know, man. Hold
on Angry Birds.
He's finding out.
Wait, Double, are you pulling up your Angry Birds right now?
No, I don't have that fucking thing.
Oh, sorry, Zill.
Oh, I am, yeah. Not my Angry Birds.
Esport. Angry Birds takes on esport with new competitive iOS app.
There you
go. Yep. Angry Birds Champions is what they're called.
Holy shit!
Oh wait, no, that may be the app.
To bring to the table to be a fucking professional.
There's so many different versions of Angry Birds now. Holy shit, I'm way behind.
God.
So since I announced all my students that we're doing the esports club, there's been some like really weird pitches for games. Like I don't even know half these games, but like some kids like want to do competitive Minecraft, and apparently that's a thing. And like that's
how? How do you be like I'm more creative than you? Like what?
I think there's like I don't know, some kind of mode.
I'm showing my age, I know. I have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Me too. Like I've played Minecraft 0 times, but there's a lot of kids that want to do Roblox, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna do Roblox. Like,
but Daddy General got the grant. Daddy General picks the games. When you guys get the fucking 50G grant, you can pick the motherfucking games.
Hell yeah.
Until then, be grateful it's not Minesweeper.
We are doing Minesweeper actually. I found a league already for the games. Yeah.
You just click in figure eights until you lose. That's how I play. Is that correct?
I think that's how you play the game.
Got it.
Right click occasionally. Okay. Yeah, I can click figure eights really fast.
Yeah, same. That's why I lose so quickly.
Yeah, I don't think Wild Rift is going to fuck with you. I think Riot needs to seriously step back and maybe reevaluate the whole philosophy of solo carry versus stuff. I think they need to reevaluate bounties. I'm hoping the item changes are good. I'm really nervous.
I'm stoked about fucking items, dude. I can't fucking wait. Like it's gonna be Earth every day, and that's fine with me.
Like it, you'll have like spreadsheets and all that. I just want to follow a build on pro builds.
I'll have a spreadsheet for one champion. Yes.
I just need content by a gay man who lives in South Korea with lots of plastic surgery to break down everything for him.
would that
really
Where could we find one of those?
Anybody knows.
I think there's a guy in our Discord that
somebody's got to be hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
Lost.
Just ask Ponderous.
Yeah, that's it. That's
just have Ponderous talk in your ear. Whisper sweet nothings.
Whisper sweet nothing.
Yeah.
He's just better than me. I guess he's just better. He's just better than me. He's just better at the game.
So I actually already bought Ponderous a Christmas present. I'm really excited for it.
Oh my god.
And it's gonna be epic.
Is it one of his mom's kimonos?
Close. But no. Better.
Is it an embroidered kimono that says he's just better than me on the back?
Yeah. Japanese. Seraphine.
You're getting closer, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. My wife can engrave stuff. I might have her engrave something for Ponderous.
What a great D&D skill for her to pick up. She's just like, I'm just gonna add engrave. I got 1 point left. What should I do? Should I be a flutist? Or should I be engraving?
She put all her points in blacksmithing. Right? So.
my wife can engrave things.
She has a laser thing. She has a big laser, and that's what she does for money, and she makes like. A lot more
I'm sorry, that's like way better than fucking essential oils and shit, right? Like that's.
Oh, I mean,
awesome.
it's like it's her own thing.
Right?
Yeah, like she doesn't. She's not part of a pyramid. Like it's a pyramid of one, so I'm really happy about
Right, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and she's done a really awesome job. Like
Good.
she told me like a couple years ago, she's like, I'm gonna do this thing. And I was like, that's stupid. And then she made like a lot of money in the first month she did it. I was like, that's not stupid. You keep doing that.
That's awesome.
Whatever makes you happy, girl.
Yeah.
You know Genso here for you.
Papa Gensos is here for
Papa Gensos.
That's what I call myself to her. Yeah. I don't use my real name. I just call her myself Papa Gensos.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
What kind of pizzas does Papa Gensos make?
Papa Gensos makes whatever kind of pizza my baby girl wants.
You're right.
Okay, all right.
Which is deep dish pepperoni with extra pepperoni from Domino's. I don't know why.
Okay, like
I got her one today on the way home from work.
So why are you excited about items, Zill? I'm going to steer us back.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, one, ability haste is an excellent change. They're probably going to have to dial that back because it's already broken, right? As we've seen on the PvE. I don't know how much this has been discussed on the podcast previously, so I'm just going to go into this blind. But basically, ability haste. Let's see. I have a chart somewhere, but since I'm live streaming a screen capture, I'm not going to go search for that on my computer right now. But anyway, basically, cooldown reduction is going away. Ability haste is coming in to replace it. And cooldown reduction, it was like when you got a little bit of it, it didn't matter very much. But the more you got of it, the more efficient it was, or the more often it would help you like cast your abilities. And yes, and then like it was kind of like exponential. Like it kept going. And then ability haste is a little bit more intuitive. Like it's just you can cast your abilities this % faster, and that's not how CDR worked, right? So I'm excited mostly because now there is no cap. And so you can build these ability haste builds that exceed what you could do with the CDR cap, even at like 45% CDR. So basically, my map control Teemo build that I've been, crafting in my own insane time the past few months is going to get a hell of a lot better. Also, it just so happens that Leandries, which is still going to be a key core item on Teemo, happens to be an item that gives you extra ability haste on all your other legendary items. So the ability haste build for Teemo is going to become more or less like basically standard. And yeah, I'm just really excited about that because mushrooms are fucking broken right now. When you get to that point in the game, when you get to level 16. So yeah, I can't wait to just make everyone's life miserable. That's gonna be so much fucking fun. Plus the magic resist shred on the new Leandries is insane. The mythic, like, I'm actually gonna be able to like hurt tanks way more than I used to, and that's really been kind of the problem. Is like if they have a big enough ball of health to get through, they can just walk through shrooms to clear them. They don't actually have to use the sweeper and auto attack everything. And that's going to make that hurt a whole hell of a lot more. That's what I'm excited about. Nobody else?
I don't know the items. I've been dreading this. I haven't been able to follow patches or anything lately.
Like, what do you play normally, though?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, what champions? Or I mean,
you
right
play
now,
Ari, right? Okay,
yeah.
so, like, just go look up the AP items with mana, like it says in the chart, and see what you normally would build, and go, oh, okay, this is going to be my mythic, and then pick your legendaries after that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's not too hard. No, like, the thing is the numbers are going to change. So, like, don't get yourself set on something. But in general, if the basic principles are there, like, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think Ari's going to be great.
Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing I'm like not nervous about, but like not excited about, which I should be, but I just have less time to like look into that stuff, is that builds are gonna be more adaptive, right? Like it's gonna change based on the game more. That's the goal with all this. Is that right?
That is what they say. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, well that's good then, because I just want to like right now I just want to look at pro builds. I want to see what the meta builds are and follow.
That might happen for a few champions.
Shop will, the suggestions will now be more catered to the game state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's going to be like, it's going to be dumb, pretty dumb. Like, it's going to be, instead of you yelling at your team to buy Executioner's Calling if you're Danger Penguin, now it will be slightly suggested by Riot in the fountain that they maybe should buy that item. Regardless, Danger's probably still going to have to yell at people.
My understanding is that it's going to actually have three things. It's going to be like this for this, this for this, and this for this. Like, Senna's really strong right now. This will counter that. You have this advantage. You should build this for this. It'll be like, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm terrified of what it's going to do to junglers.
What do you mean?
They've made one big change, and here I'm cool with it in principle. Like, the first part of it's good. So now you used to have an item to get red or blue smite, right?
Sure.
And you might actually like this. This might be right up your alley. So
it is.
Now, if you smite something 5 times, the item gets consumed, and your smite just becomes permanently red or blue, depending on what.
Can it be a cannon minion that you smite?
I think you just have to smite 5 things. I don't see why it would have to be a large minion or a monster. I don't know if they're going to allow you to smite cannons.
There you go, Zil.
If it does, that kind of screws you.
Sure.
But if you can smite, I think you just have to use smite 5 times. And then the item gets consumed. So I then no longer have to waste a whole item slot just to have a cool smite, right?
Yeah.
Jungle items late game are shitty, but they really do let me hit mid game power spikes. Like, I get diet items, right? Like, I can go Bombing Cinder, which is a diet Sunfire Cape, right? I can go, Blood Razor, which is a diet Bork, although nobody goes that fucking item. Or I can go the Red Jewel, which is cooldown attack, which would be I'm not like a diet Black Cleaver or something like that.
I mean, it's just an item with no passive, right? Like,
what's that?
It doesn't even have a passive on it, does it? Besides the CDR.
Warrior. The red it has a lot of attack damage.
Yeah, but it's just like straight stats, right?
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, Bombing Cinder gives you the AoE magic damage that poofs up when you do stuff. Yellow gives you lifesteal and attack speed. But yeah, no, there's nothing special about the red smite. It's mostly just CDR, which is hard to build for a lot of junglers. Like, that's not a bad thing, because like our main options for that are like, the only offensive option that we really have for that is like Death Stance, which is super expensive, and like maybe Triforce. Sometimes we can go that, like, but
Black Cleaver-ish.
Black Cleaver-ish. There's not a lot of junglers that are gonna take Black Cleaver.
True. I don't know.
And like Kindred takes it, Rek'Sai might take it, Lee Sin might take it. Most Lee Sin builds don't even take it anymore. But Spirit Visage is the other one. Like, we especially don't have a lot of defensive CDR items. I mean, Frozen Heart doesn't really mesh with a lot of it because you get so much mana that you don't really need as a jungler as much, because the talisman. Yeah. The talisman gives you so much mana regen that it's like big, heavy, hardcore mana items just tend not to be worth it as much.
Yeah.
And this the blue gem, which is the AP one, that's a Diet Luden's Echo. So I'm curious as to how they're going to give us that spike back, because if I have to buy a jungle item, smite 5 times to have 0 items, right? Then I've spent my first jungle clear to have no items and a cool smite.
Yeah.
Like where am I getting the money to do that? Whereas before, I could go back, get a cool smite, and it gave me a tier. They're removing that tier to the next item because now I actually have to buy a Sunfire Cape if I want that effect.
Right.
Makes sense.
Now I have to buy a fucking Bork. I don't have a Diet Bork option that I've already spent half my map time getting, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm worried. So how are they going to implement jungle items back in? I'm really cool about it not taking a spot, but I think then camps better be giving me some fucking gold, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the time I'm supposed to be my ADC or my top laner to take the kill anyway. You know what I mean? Like I don't take the kills most of the time, but if I don't take a kill, it's fucking huge for me now. It maybe it'll make the game less snowbally though. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like jungle's always every season they screw over junglers because they completely change it.
Junglers and ADCs, typically.
Yeah.
Or I'm cool with it. It's one of the reasons I like this role is because it's not laning. Laning is a fundamentally unchanged thing. And if you don't like it, then it's never going to change. Plates were the biggest change to laning, period, right?
Yeah.
In ever. Was there a bigger change to laning ever?
Not that I can think of.
It's not that big of a change, and it's pretty intuitive.
Yeah.
Jungling,
but this season they're changing everything for everybody. Is what I'm saying. So jungling, they screw over junglers usually, but this season they're screwing over everybody equally. So no one's getting screwed.
I mean, they've changed items drastically enough at the beginning of seasons several times now, and they've done that also with runes and masteries, which is kind of effectively the same thing. Because a game without minion dematerializer and a game with the 6 charge dematerializer was very different, right? Yeah. So I don't know, I think it changes, but it's never, I don't know, the basic principle sure is the same. It just determines whether or not you can I don't know which solo lane is more powerful. For instance, for a couple seasons there, mid really got the benefit, and I think they're trying this season to take that back by dialing back some of the gold that mid laners get, hoping that'll change it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm hoping ADC gets a little bit of a nudge. I don't think ADC, everybody, the Reddit circle jerk is ADC is a dead roll, and you just get one shot by assassins every other season.
I mean, I think they're right about that.
I mean, you do get one shot by assassins, yeah, but I don't know.
And I did have a question about that. I was listening to another podcast where they were talking about that specifically. They were talking about anti-riot circle jerks. Genesis, do you know where they're meeting? Do you know where what hotels?
I mean, I think it's in Fort Collins. I'll send you
I've been trying
address.
To find these circle jerks. I can't find them. I hate Riot as much as the next guy. I've got good technique, but everybody's talking about these Rito Reddit circle jerks, and the addresses aren't posted anywhere that I can find. Maybe I'm not good looking enough.
You're not invited. I think
that's probably it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to turn off the lights for that shit, right? I mean,
I'll put in a good word for you, Devil. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Soft hands.
I moisturize. Oh god.
You lit this, baby.
Double, you really add an extra dimension to the podcast.
That's what I do, baby. I haven't been on in a month. I got to remind people where I come from. I got to remind people how low we can sink.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's what I do. It's what I bring. I haven't been fired yet. This might be the one.
From your unpaid position.
Yeah, I haven't been fired yet.
That we're
hoping.
I
Patreon. Technically, I paid for this.
We beg people to come on every week. You haven't gotten fired.
I don't know. If the Helen Keller Warwick analogy didn't do it, then nothing will.
Oh, God, I forgot about
that one. Jeez. Oh God.
So.
He doesn't even remember that.
I don't. I vaguely remember.
It's so milquetoast for him that
What was it?
Just average everyday.
Something you were trying to make an analogy for how Riot would buff Warwick, in the same way God would buff Helen Keller.
They would give Helen Keller a better sense of smell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just stuck with me. What can I say?
God.
It's that's not why I'm dear Helen, I'm sorry, we kind of dicked you over. We're gonna give you a buff. Now your sense of smell is heightened, so you can smell all these nasty people because there's no fucking deodorant in the early 20th century, and you'll just smell all this BO now. You can't talk, you can't hear, and you can't like see, but we're gonna hook you up. This is a Rito buff. I forgot
Do you
about
like
that.
write this stuff down? Do you have like a journal,
I
like a
thought about
podcasting
that
journal?
I was like, man, how am I gonna explain how Riot buff stuff? I was like, this is what it's like. In fact, I think I described how she could smell people's nasty ass pussy. Like, I think that's probably what I used. Like, it's like, here, God, here, Helen. Now you can smell everyone's rank vaginas.
Why?
Yep.
Oh God.
I have a way with words. You should see me
So,
in close.
where do you segue from that one, still?
Oh, I mean, I haven't been. Last time we had the three of us together, I tried to guide the podcast in a certain way, and I've just decided to let Jesus or whoever take the wheel.
You guided it great for the first 30 minutes, and then I decided that we should scrap it because General Sosa was super late.
Exactly.
And then the wolf spider happened.
And then the wolf spider happened, you know, and that really gave us a name and everything. That was great.
Oh man, we need another wolf spider.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't.
Actually, not.
Don't wish for that.
No, I'm terrified of it now. My kid saw a spider down here, and my wife refuses to come down here now.
Worlds. Spoiler alerts incoming.
What?
You got Worlds, the championships on Saturday. Who do you have? Do you have anybody?
My pick'ems were G2 versus Top Esports.
No, you do not have anybody.
So I got 0 points so far in the entire second stage.
I think I had Fnatic going to the final, man, and they came close, dude. But then again, Suning is just nasty. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Suning game between them and Top Esports, because it was so nice to see Suning bust out top lane Jax in the last 2 games, and he was absolutely insane. And then the jungle Shen and the J4 support jungle for the winning game was insane. Knight's Vow, he was just like doing all
Ardent
kinds of
Sensor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ardent Sensor J4.
It is Dom
Nice. That actually used to be a thing.
And I am so rooting for Suning after their performance. That's who I want to win. I also think that like Damwon Gaming has shown a concerning lack of emotion in anything that I've ever seen.
The robots.
Like, and if you look at their top laner, he plays the game like this. Like he's looking down at something. Like maybe he plays the game on the mini map, you know.
He might be. I've seen those people.
Oh, that guy's great though. He brought Cole Klepto to like every champ last year.
God, they need to bring back Klepto for a special event. Like Omni
just for Nuggery.
Shit.
Yeah. So I bought some like I was so excited. I went to the Asian section at the grocery store and I found some Nuggery noodles. And I was like, oh my gosh! And I remember somebody saying like that his name meant raccoon or something.
Raccoon. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have these little tiny like wafer things that are little raccoon faces that go in the noodles. And I bought them last year during Worlds, and all of the packets except for one are still sitting in my my pantry because they were disgusting.
Gordon, you are going to be great for when the political revolution shuts down the country. You're going to have your Nuggery noodles.
I don't want to eat them, man. You can come have them, but
I got bullets, baby. I'll be fine.
You're in North Carolina. You got to.
I don't hoard food. I hoard ammunition.
Yeah, I have like 1 bullet, maybe.
You used it on that spider.
Yeah. Blasted that. No, only have shotgun stubble, so.
I shot my foot off. That wolf spider did his foot.
Oh man.
I need stitches. Yeah,
but I'm hoping for Danwon. I know that like I don't know much about Suning. I know I watched the group stages a lot more than I watched the knockout stages, and Suning like looked kind of decent, but like TL beat them, and they didn't look great in that group against G2, and I think they 2-0'd Machi, but Machi like was awful. I think every team 2-0'd Machi except for Deal. But yeah, I'm hoping for Dan Juan. Like I saw like a picture of their dorm on Reddit. It was like, this little tiny like room that they're living in bunk beds, and then like one of them sleeps on the floor, and it's like in the top level of this PC Bong, and the owner of the PC Bong owned like a keyboard company that was Dan Juan, and they sponsored him and let him play for free, and then they like made it to Worlds, and now they're, I don't know, like if they're still living in that dorm. I would really hope not after making it to Worlds 2 years in a row.
Right.
But it's the comeback story, and I know Suning's got like some other backstory that like is real sad and sobby, but I haven't read that one.
I think he's Taiwanese. He came up through one of the smaller leagues, SOFM.
Who's that?
SOFM.
Oh, SOFM. Yeah, that guy's insane.
Very good.
he's better than you are.
The
Double.
best drunk in the world right now.
Yeah.
So.
He's much better than you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He would, if I played with him, he would do better than me. But if we played with him, it's only because he would target ban my Warwick.
Like, yeah, and play his one trick.
His custom games.
Do you think he would play his one trick? And
just play that.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, fam.
Any closing thoughts? Do we have a Patreon before we wrap up? Do we have anybody that we want to... The German guy came back. He played with us again. That was
I'm glad we talked
Adrian.
about him. Adrian was a bright spot in the month of October for me.
Adrian, he laughed when I did the thing from Rocky, like the Adrian, and like no one else laughed because it wasn't funny at all. But Adrian laughed.
That's so nice.
He didn't even know what it was from either. He was just legitimately giving me a courtesy laugh because he's that nice of a guy. So thank you, Adrian.
I see a patron in our Discord that we could shout out. It would be timely for the season.
Okay.
Twix.
Twix?
It's Halloween.
God.
This guy's name is Twix. It's a
Perfect.
great candy.
I mean, it is a great candy. It is what I would prefer if I was going trick-or-treating.
Oh, that's the best fun-size candy there is.
That's fair.
You agree?
Whoppers?
Yeah.
Whoppers?
I am a sucker for a malt, if you know what I mean.
Fucking Whoppers?
Dude, Whoppers are the best. Me and my kid fought over the Whoppers from his birthday candy.
He fights his child for candy.
I win usually, too, because he's only 5 and he's tiny.
It's literally taking candy from a baby, Jinso.
It is. Okay. He's a toddler. It's fine.
Oh, no. I mean, I like malt in a milkshake. But dude,
I don't think I've ever had malt in a milkshake.
Box of malted shit.
Dude, I could eat an entire box. I used to go to the movie theater and get those Whoppers.
I'm gonna say Whoppers are not my favorite, but malt is the shit. And a strawberry or chocolate malt is pretty great.
I love malt. I don't want to eat a handful of malted shit.
But it has chocolate around it.
So?
The worst part about Whoppers, though, is that when you get that one Whopper where all the malt, for some reason, is compressed into the side, and you like bite into it and it just sucks all the moisture out of your mouth. You guys know what I'm talking about?
You're not selling. You're proving my point.
Well, no, that's the only bad part about Whoppers, though.
All right, other than Whoppers, I'm helping you here. What's better than that?
What's better than that, malt-wise or candy-wise?
What's second?
I mean, Twix are up there for sure. You used to be a real big Three Musketeers fan, but
fine chocolate.
You like nougat though, and very few people.
Like nougat.
Okay,
Nougat's good. Yeah. I don't like fun-sized Snickers because I find like the consistency's off on like the big Snickers. The big Snickers are way better than the little ones.
But I can never eat a whole Snickers.
I've never actually had a whole Snickers. I've only had the fun size, and I think it's the greatest candy bar that's ever been made.
Really,
it's really good in ice cream. The Snickers ice cream bars.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm really into the Snickers Crispers.
Okay.
That just sounds like a Twix.
The Crunch Bar thing. You know, I really like the Heath Bar. The toffee.
Heath Bar is excellent. Gotta agree. Yeah.
I love the toffee bar, man.
Anything with good texture, though.
Giving out for Halloween. What are the kids expecting from you? Are you a fucking Smarties? What do you give the children?
Me?
No, both. We're all.
So no one.
I buy mini candy bars, the fun size ones, like a variety pack. Right. We're not fucking around. We're gonna have good candy. If
this is your first spot in the new house too. You're being judged.
Well, true. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. I mean, you're setting the tone for the whole rest of your life in this neighborhood.
Yep.
Assuming you live there.
I do.
Jets, does nobody come to your house?
Well, they put our townhomes next to the really, really nice homes, like the $500,000 homes.
Huh?
And so, what are you gonna go to? The crappy
That's every home in
townhomes?
Colorado, right?
Yeah, and so like I just bring my kid over to the nice places, and they give him like full-size candy bars. And so we've left out a thing of candy.
Even rich people though, do they really get full-size candy bars?
There's some people that do. There's like 2 or 3 houses that we've got marked on this one road.
You've got it marked.
I haven't memorized from last year because I take the full-size candy bars from Desi, and like half of his candy because he can't have that much because that'd be bad for his teeth. And I give some to my students.
Doesn't he get his body has a new set of teeth though, right?
I don't know, man. There's something like if he gets a cavity in his old teeth, it's bad for some reason.
I
don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I like steal half his candy. I give some to my students because like who cares, and like then I eat some and all that. But we've left out candy for the last 2 years. There's been like 2 pieces taken. So like I don't know.
Maybe you leave out shitty candy.
No, we left out the good stuff. We got like the name brand pack of like the fun size ones.
You left out the Whoppers.
No, I ate the Whoppers. I kept the Whoppers.
The Whoppers, honey.
Why would I give away the Whoppers?
Are you a registered sex offender, honey? Is there a reason children aren't coming?
Okay. What would you put in a candy bowl? What's the worst candy to put in a candy bowl?
To me?
Yes.
Like apples with
both of you.
Blades, probably.
What's the worst candy?
Like pick 3. Like
all right, like the
top
worst
3
candy you get on Halloween or the worst candy period?
I mean, honestly, the worst.
I don't know. Is there a difference in that question? I'm confused.
Right. I'm not a fan of Milk Duds.
Okay, no.
Too chewy. I'm not a fan of Smarties. I don't like Smarties.
Love Smarties.
They're okay. I'll eat them, but it's just like chalk. I mean, I'll eat any candy.
It's like flavored chalk.
And what's the worst candy? I like that. I like that. Like if you get the wrong double pack of Starburst, like 2 lemon Starbursts, that's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. It's very unlucky.
Those, the now and laters.
Like the Starburst has just such wild swings.
It's 100% now and laters.
Is this cough syrup or is this good?
But you get 2 lemons, and you're like, fuck.
Okay, so the trifecta for me is going to be Circus Peanuts, right?
Oh, that's not a candy. That doesn't count.
You like nougat, and you say it's not a candy? Really?
Circus
Peanut. Nougat is 100% different. Nougat is a type of
pretty fucking chocolate. Similar in texture and flavor.
No.
Imprisoned elephants.
This is coming from the guy who likes Whoppers. You're 100% off.
All right, Circus Peanuts, Necco wafers, and then what?
Wafers.
Oh, fuck you! It's basically Tums. Go eat some antacids and have fun. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Classics. Necco wafers are good.
Okay, and then you put wintergreen lifesavers in there just to make the other 2 candies taste even worse.
Oh God. So my 3 worst candies, and this is not based on what I like. It's just based on like what I think kids would hate. Hash is typing like a novel in chat. Is trying to get us to read. So I'll read that in a second. But my 3 worst candies that I would say to put in there would be Whoppers because kids hate malt. Almond Joy because kids hate coconut sometimes.
What? I love both those things, and I was a small child.
But you didn't have a childhood, Zill.
You're right. God damn it.
And then the last one, because they're awful, is Now and Laters.
Now and Laters?
Do or do not like Now or Laters?
I hate Now and Laters. Those are like the worst. They're just like Starbursts that have been left out for 4 years.
They're great for lockjaw. Like you bite into one of those things, you just can't fuck. You give see, that's the thing. Like you got to realize now or laters aren't for the consumer; they're for the parent. You give your child an hour later, and they bite down and can't fucking talk for 5 minutes. That's the whole point of an hour later. You're like, that's why they're called that. You're like, do I want to shut my fucking child up now? I want to say it for being more annoying. Like you got to time it. You're like, hey, Billy, here's an hour later, and you're like, hey, oh my god, I can't talk. Oh my god, what a horrible coincidence.
Can we send a bag to Blake? You think?
What's that?
Does Blake need a bag of these for Halloween?
Oh my god, no. He
next time we podcast, we can mail it.
It's 1984.
Like, Hash has got a good system in chat. By the way.
Yeah. He's. This is what Hash does. He says he gets bags and full-size bars. If you got a shitty costume, he gives you an atomic fireball. That's fair. That's not a good candy. Like 1 fireball. Good costumes get a full candy bar. Awesome costumes get full bags. Holy shit.
Mr. Moneybags over here.
Got Jolly Ranchers,
I'll bet his standards for good costumes are pretty fucking high.
If you Jolly Ranchers.
Being a person who dresses up himself, he probably has high standards.
If you've eaten a lot of ecstasy, you probably love Jolly Ranchers. And I've eaten a shit ton of X.
Same.
And they're delicious.
They're great.
What about the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls?
Oh, no. The vanilla one tastes like cake batter, and it's insane.
It's good. It's really good.
But that's not the fruit flavor one.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I don't think vanilla is a fruit, is it?
I love the
It's a seed, right?
It's a spice. What are you talking about?
It's a pod.
It's a bean.
Well, yeah, but like spices come from somewhere.
It's a bean.
It's a pod. It comes from a tree.
Yeah. And then you like soak it in alcohol for like a year or two or something?
Yes, vodka.
That's the extract. Never mind.
That's the extract, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to, like, I was talking about the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Fruit flavored ones are good too.
The blue ones are awesome. The vanilla ones are great.
I like it.
I don't think I've ever had a strawberry one.
Underrated candy?
But if I did, I would like it.
I don't know if they have
that. Quick question though: do you know what the Circus Peanuts flavor actually is?
Oppression.
Close. Very close. It does have a flavor. It's a familiar flavor. Do you know what it is?
Banana, right?
It is banana. It is artificial banana from a banana that no longer exists but is extinct. And therefore, we can't compare it to that banana anymore. The banana that we have is not the banana that it was derived from.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that it's the worst candy up until the point where I don't think it's actually a candy. Like,
I think that's semantics, and we're just going to have to stop there.
No, it's so bad. It's so disgusting. A circus peanut is so bad. It's terrible. I don't classify it as nougat either. That's not fair.
It's definitely not nougat because nougat's chocolate, right? It's not an extinct banana.
Nougat is not chocolate.
Sugar.
I can actually. There's a whole video on what nougat is that I think is very interesting. But yeah, I'll send it to you.
We'll have to save that for next Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's sugar or
honey. There's more shit here. He's done costumes that were riddles, and if they guess the riddle, they get a bar. What a fucking baller!
Wow.
Fucking riddle me this, kids. Holy shit!
I've never put any much effort into anything, Ash.
It's incredible.
That is pretty incredible. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so this all got started. I blame Twix for this because that's what started this whole diatribe. Yeah. Giving him Patreon shouts. Any other announcements about community games or anything else going on?
Community games are Monday, 8 p.m. Central Time. You should come play. And I don't know. It's fun. Been getting a lot of people lately, actually, for those, even on days that aren't Monday. So just come out and hang out.
I doubt anyone's listening still, so I have one announcement. Zill has a tab as a barista in his on his Twitch stream that says how to make coffee.
True.
So I feel like you should know this by now.
I do know this by now. I was actually critiquing something that Double posted on his Facebook profile.
Oh, okay.
And I opened the article to read it to make sure.
Why don't you mind your own fucking business, Gensos? What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's broadcasting into the world.
Blast? So you don't need to bring it up. You don't need to mention it to people. Don't fucking bring it with this. Oh,
sorry,
Zill's fly's been down the whole time. You motherfucker bring that shit up.
I'm not wearing
just send
pants.
a little DM.
I would be excited about that if Zill's fly was down.
Mind your own fucking business. All right, don't put his shit on blast.
My business isn't interesting, though, Double.
Let him live his coffee life. We got our own thing going on. You don't need to get involved. You've got painting to do on the other side of the wall.
I do have a lot of painting to do.
What the fuck happened, man?
That shelf is there still. Well, I didn't move that bookshelf. There's like some things that make it really hard to move.
It's gonna be so fucked up now.
Yeah, and that's okay. I really just painted this so I could teach right here, and it didn't look like I punched holes in the wall.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now it's just gonna look like you don't know how to fucking paint. Not sure which is more embarrassing. Unbelievable. The humidity is gonna be different when you put the next coat on. You're gonna have fucking lines.
There's no humidity in Colorado.
It's actually true. that's actually true.
Getting used to. I have dry boogers all the time. My nose bleeds a lot.
Really? I thought that was from cocaine.
And Colorado.
Mind your own business, Double. I don't go getting into other people's business about anything. I don't know why I have to get in mine.
Speaking of things I want for Halloween. All right.
Wait, you guys, this is when I get all my drugs, right? Because this is when everybody gives away their free drugs.
I mean, I wish, but it's not true.
I'll finally
I
be
have
able to
been
shoot
given
my
free
deer.
drugs before in
extra
my tip
cheap
jar
apple.
at work.
Just dip it
True
in milk.
story. But yeah, like
Viking apple. Mike and Vikes.
Yep. Yep.
That's a terrible candy. Mike and Ike. Oh my god. All right. It's time for us to
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh. I think we were talking about candy for over 10 minutes of that podcast.
That's fine. It's Halloween.
Yeah, that's true.